everyone. Welcome to another episode of my podcast. So, it's supposed to be the Pulp SummerSlam weekend. So we cannot even what happened because the show got cancelled because of the COVID. So we cannot still move on from that. We are it's a very emotional weekend. So I thought I'll invite Inns to talk about Pulp SummerSlam, the festival that we really love. Hi, Inns.
Hey, what's up, man?
Yeah, how are you doing?
So, I'm doing good. What's new and exciting?
Yeah, it's bummed out because of it's supposed to be the SummerSlam weekend with Iron Maiden, right?
Yeah, I know. It sucks, right?
Yeah. SummerSlam been running for, it's supposed to be the 20th year this year, so it's been running for 19 years. So,
Exactly.
when did you first attended? What was your first SummerSlam?
The first SummerSlam I attended, if I can remember, was I think 2006 was all local bands. There were no foreign bands yet. And then the first foreign band that I saw in the lineup of SummerSlam was Death Angel back in 2007. Back then there was no royalty yet. There was no, but funny story. I got the pass from my office mate. She gave me an ID, and Ariel Lumanlan from the Chicosay.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, so it passed to my friend, and it was passed to me. So I was able to enter access in the barricade area. Then we were hanging around then. But funny story, I didn't even know That Angel by the time. When That Angel started playing, we were just lying down in the, the speakers. So we were like, I was like that day. I was like, I was like stoned that day because I haven't had sleep. So guys, back then I was still night shift in the call center. Back in 2007.
Right.
So fast forward to 2008. When what I'll tell you what I can remember. Back in 2008, I was watching the Darkest Hour, and Mahatma was there, and I was in front row, and one of the mistakes I did was my hair, man. I will never do that again, man. Yeah. Anyway, yeah, I was in front, and that time I was so lucky. I won an electric guitar. So there was a band called Jumping Jacks. So they said whoever sings the most and shouts and slams the most wins the guitar. And then what happened? That guitar was handed to me. So I got the electric guitar and I brought it home. And after I brought it home, I immediately went back to SummerSlam. So like I think Sky Church was playing that time, and then later on, when Darkest Hour started to play, we were like crazy, man. We were like jumping around and the energy level was high.
Right.
So yeah, and then in 2009, Shadows Fall was there.
Yes.
They were the main act, and I was in royalty area. But they also came here in 2008 with their solo concert in a venue. So that was my first, as far as I can remember, that was my first foreign concert. Although we're talking about SummerSlam, so they were the headliner on the SummerSlam, the Shadows Fall. So I was having a laminate, and when I was in the royalty area, when Shadows Fall was playing that song, What Drives the Week, I was going freaking crazy, man. I was like jumping by myself, and that my ID fell. Robert De La Cruz from Quezon picked it up and gave it to me, and I was like, somebody was back then I was still drinking, so somebody handed me like a beer or a whiskey or something. Then when I was drinking, I was like, roaming around, and I met Brian Fair at the backstage. And Brian Fair, Shadows Fall, went outside to the Jenad area, just meeting people, just shaking their hands. And it was so cool, man, the Brian Fair. I mean, I've been, 2008, I already met Shadows Fall. I had a picture with Brian Fair. And in 2009, I also met him backstage. So he remembered me. I was wearing a Shadows Fall t-shirt. And the interesting thing is the Shadows Fall t-shirt I had it specially printed for the SummerSlam. The artwork was the War Within, where the What Drives the Week song was there. And so I think the last song was Redemption from the Threads of Life album. And they also played in between I don't remember what's the first song. So in 2010, I remember I'm seeing you in Lamb of God Testament. By the way, I'm wearing the SummerSlam shirt. This one,
Yeah.
the
So
Lamb of God.
yeah.
The
So
end is near.
yeah. So I also my first SummerSlam was actually 2009. That's the time I came to the Philippines 2006, and then after like
Uh-huh.
years I started seeing Pulp magazine, and they used to have Odyssey before, right? Odyssey.
Yes, yes, yes. Mm-hmm.
So I used to see Pulp magazine, and then I saw the poster for the Pulp SummerSlam
Mm-hmm.
2009. I just got the GenNet ticket. Actually, this one, the GenNet ticket.
Oh, okay.
So I still have it. So that's the first SummerSlam I went, and then GenNet experience is, it was quite far from the stage where because I don't know how to, I wasn't going in front. So that was my first experience. Uh, I think we should talk about all of the SummerSlams, starting from the first one,
Yeah,
because
sure.
so they started yesterday. Vernon was telling us the story of how the SummerSlam idea started. So 2001 was the first
Yeah,
SummerSlam in Pasig, Rosario, Pasig.
yeah.
So
Mm-hmm.
it's actually somebody else who actually wanted to have this festival, and that person book all the bands, local bands, and then
Mm-hmm.
approach Vernon, and then Vernon said that, okay, I can get involved, but I'll be the one to name the festival. So that how they name it as Pulp SummerSlam. So that's, I think by then the tickets were like only like 50 pesos maybe.
Yeah, yeah.
And it was,
Actually, Pulp
yeah,
SummerSlam started in the year 2000, but back then it was still all local bands. So I started attending in 2006, the Alien Invasion,
right,
and but I don't remember about the 2006 because that was 14 years ago. But,
right.
but the one that I remember was starting in 2007 up to the present.
Yeah.
Up to 2019 was our last, right? The Slayer in the 2019. Anyway, but we're still in the talking about the 2010.
Yeah, so the second SummerSlam was held in Fort Park, in BGC Fort. So I remember also that Vernon was saying that was like the biggest concert BGC has experienced, because there were so many people, and then the bouncers were not able to control the people at that time.
Getting wild. The crowd's getting wild.
Yeah, it's crazy, right? Because normally in BGC, you normally people would have like pop concerts and stuff, acoustic shows and stuff. So, or having all
Yeah,
the
yeah.
people heads there were crazy. And then 2003, I found this magazine of 2003 Pulp SummerSlam.
Uh-huh.
2003, I think this is the first time they came to Amaranto Stadium.
Uh-huh, yeah.
Yeah, 2003 is the first time they had the Amaranto.
17 years ago.
Yeah, so long ago. And it was still local bands like Bamboo, Barbie,
Yeah.
Chico Sai, and all this Razorback, and the regular band set of bands. And then once 2004 comes in, I really want to show this one because of Pepe Smith, because Pepe Smith was the kind of the mascot for the 2004 show.
Oh, yeah.
I was able to
But
get this sign when before he passed away. It's very sad that he passed away. I
yeah.
believe you seen Pepe Smith a lot of times, right?
Yeah, I've seen him, but I've never met him.
Right. Yeah, and then come 2004, 2005 also. I think that was called World War Five, and then when 2006 invasion begins, that was also 2006, and
Yes.
then 2007. That's where all the magic started with Death Angel, right? Death Angel
Yes.
coming to the Philippines, so the first foreign band. It was actually called the Deadly Sins, Seven Deadly Sins, right? This is
Oh, yeah. I remember.
remember they released this Seven Deadly Sins.
Yes.
Yeah, the Pulp magazine. So you didn't know who Death Angel was at that time?
Oh, man. I didn't know who that angel was. I didn't even know their songs or anything.
Right.
I was really stoned that day, man. I really I started discovering that angel in 2010, I think, or 2000. When did they come? Ah, yeah, 2010, because 2011 they
Yes.
were also part of the roster of 2011 Pulp SummerSlam.
Yes.
Yeah, so that's their 2011 was their second time here, and then they came also in 2014,
18.
and then on
14 and
the 18th. So yesterday was supposed to be their fifth coming, but
18.
unfortunately, all this lockdown and quarantine and messed up situation came up.
Yeah. And then you remember 2000 going to the show in 2008 with Darkest Tower?
Yeah. Oh yeah, I've already told you the story earlier, right?
Yeah.
About the electric guitar.
Right. That was the show you won. What was the band that gave you the guitar?
Jumping Jacks.
Jumping Jacks. Is that a local band?
Yeah. No, that's a foreign band, but I forgot where they came, what country did they come from, because it was like 12 years ago. So I don't exactly remember what happened. But what I remembered was I was headbanging hard, man. Someone was telling that I was banging like hell. I was headbanging like hell. Like I headbanging like there's no tomorrow.
Yeah.
I was back in 2008.
Yeah, and Darkest Tower actually came back in 2012 also, right?
Correct. Yes, that was their second time.
Yeah, I remember meeting them. So the 2008 show, 8 SummerSlam was called Forever, and then
Yes.
the 2009. The reason I actually got interested of the SummerSlam 9 show because it said Countdown to Extinction. That was the name of the show, right?
Yeah, and you thought Megadeth was playing, right?
I know Countdown to Extinction, so I thought, oh, this is going to be exciting because it's a reference Megadeth's Countdown to Extinction, which is
Exactly.
one of my Megadeth favorite albums of Megadeth. I know that's your favorite also, right?
Yeah, actually, Countdown to Extinction is my most favorite Megadeth album.
Yeah, so they had Shadows Fall, and I remember also Goddamn from Netherlands, I think. Netherlands, so
Yeah.
Norway, right? Norway.
Yeah.
Yeah, they played with some of the local, I think Joseph Conde was there. I think he's playing with them.
Okay.
Yeah, so but that time the show was, I stayed like quite far on the gen ad because I'm actually kind of scared to go to the crowd because I don't know anybody. So I saw very small, the from far it's very small, but that's the time I also like. After that they had after the SummerSlam 9, they had Arch Enemy. I believe that same 2010, right? Or 2009.
No. That Arch Enemy was October 20, 2009. So they came in 2009, and
so just
it was in the World Trade Center.
Yeah, just after SummerSlam. So after that, that's why I was always keeping up to date on Facebook, looking at Pulp, so I can. I was always buying the Pulp SummerSlam Pulp magazine, so I can see if there's new shows. And then they announced the 2010, the one that you're wearing, the Apocalypse.
Exactly, yeah.
With Lamb of God and Testament. Unfortunately, we were not able to go to the Testament show now in Singapore.
Yeah.
Yeah, I actually forgot to show the 2008 SummerSlam.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Then this was SummerSlam 10, Lamb of God.
Oh, okay, yeah, yep. Mm-hmm.
I was able to get this sign later on when the Lamb of God. Yeah. So this
Speaking
was.
of Speaking of Lamb of God, I have this.
Oh yes, I think we should start.
VIP.
Yes, I also have the same.
Yeah, same here. Same. Yeah. But I remembered back then we didn't know each other yet. But I've seen you there somewhere in the pit. I'm sure you've seen me also in the pit, right?
Yes.
In 2010. But we were not talking to each other yet. We started talking in the Dying Fetus concert, we discussed last time. The Vic Verma was introducing you to me, right? So there That, and then after that, we were hanging around for like 10 years. For 10 years back since until now.
Yes. Yeah. It's yeah. I remember that. He introduced us in the what's this show? Dying Fetus, right?
Yes.
Yeah. And then come 2011, which I didn't actually expected that they will be able to have Anthrax on the bill,
Oh
because
yeah.
I knew the band Anthrax, but I wasn't really following them. But I know that they were big band. So this is 2011 Resurrection.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. Same.
Resurrection.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
but back then in 2011, there was no royalty yet, so it was just VIP.
VIP. Yes.
So there was no meet and greet yet. So it's like I wanted to meet Anthrax badly, man. I just like only met one member, Rob Cagiano.
Mm.
But I haven't met the rest of the band because the security and the manager of Anthrax was very strict. So we couldn't we were just in the stage, just watching the bands play. And then I remember that Angel was the first one to play, and then Hell Yeah, and then
Yeah.
Anthrax. So Anthrax sang like 10 songs when they were performing. And I remember Joey Belladonna, the vocalist of Anthrax, was handing a beer to someone
Mm.
during the show. And I remember there was one song. We were in there. That was the first time that they created a snake pit.
Mm.
So the left and the right. So I went when there was this song that was, I think it was Indians or something. There was like a war dance. So I was going out to the pit. So I wanted to like mosh around with the people, and I was kind of nervous, scared because I might get pickpocketed because there are a lot of pickpocketers in the Gen Ad.
Yes.
So I handed my things. I remember I handed my things to a friend, or I brought it. I don't remember. So I just got back to the pit and then just nonstop headbanging, man. Especially that song, that Metal Thrashing Mad. Oh my God, that was from the, I think, I don't remember which album.
Mm.
And then yeah, that was 2011, and yeah, that's what I can remember. It's like it's like 9 years ago, and I don't remember other things that happened back then.
Yeah.
So what's your
Yeah, I remember I saw a photo you and me on the mosh pit, like on the VIP area from that show. I remember that it was Anthrax, and then also they had Hell Yeah, which is Vinnie Paul's the new band.
yeah?
And then they had Death Angel, and then I remember also that was the first time the Nerve Cell came to the Philippines. Nerve Cell.
Oh yeah, yes, I remember. I remember.
Nerve Cell, actually that year they actually played with in Sri Lanka with my friends, band called
Oh wow.
Sivana. So I went to the barricade, like on the VIP area there was a barricade for the backstage, right? So I was able to talk to Barney from Nerve Cell. Actually we've been friends from those days already until now.
Yeah. Nice.
Yes, and then 2012 came the Apostles, which was a very big lineup, so many bands, right? So this is Apostles
Yeah.
20.
Yeah, it's interesting because it's 12 apostles. So
Yeah,
I just remember. I remember the 12 apostles. So back in 2012, I was also here. I also have that one moment. Yeah, like this. We're same.
yeah,
So I was Arch Enemy was the headliner at the time, right?
yes. Arch
Yeah,
Enemy,
I remember. Yeah, go ahead, go ahead.
yeah, and then August Burns Red. They had
Yes, yes,
Burns Red. They had Ferry, Bless the Fall, and then
yeah,
Darkest Hour again. That was their second time, and then we came as Romans. That was the
yes,
other.
yes,
So I think it was 5 foreign bands, and the other rest of the bands were local, right?
yes.
That's the
So what is
yeah.
your
Yeah.
what's your story behind the 2012 and Apostles? What can you remember?
2012. I remember we were able to meet most of the bands. Actually, we met all of them, but when it came the time of Arch Enemy, I was really like wanted to get my vinyl signed, but they didn't allow any signing, right? It was one-on-one pictures, photos, but the manager was very strict.
Yeah, I remember. Yes, yes, yes.
Yeah, but actually that time it was Angela, and I think we had Christopher Amat actually during that time, right?
Yeah, I think so. I don't really exactly remember.
Yeah, so that was Arch Enemy. That was the second time Arch Enemy came to the Philippines, and the last actually they didn't come after that, right?
Yes, back then it was still Angela Gusto was the vocalist in 2009 and 2012 on both shows that they came here.
Yeah, so I actually have some of the 2011 Max and Anthrax ones, and then this one. This is 2012, right? This was the one that they released 2012. Do you
Oh
remember
yeah.
this one? Because Mr. Bone actually I think performed on that show, right? Mr. Bone, the local band.
Are you talking about 2012 or 2013?
This is 2012. 2012. I'm talking about 2012.
Oh no, the other one that you're holding is 13. You're holding the 12 and the 13.
Yeah, Death to Us Part. Yeah, right. You're right.
Yeah.
But it was released in 2012. Yeah, that is the 20.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Yes.
2013 is this one, to Death to Us Part.
Yeah.
I think this time they went quite dark on the lineup, right? On this one, they had Cannibal Corpse.
Yeah.
Yeah. First time to see As I Lay Dying.
Yeah.
Moral, and then Skylit Drive, also Dragon Force,
Yes.
and then Coheed and Cambria.
That's right.
I'm not sure if that was the first time Coheed and Cambria came to the Philippines. So is it second time?
Actually, Coheed and Cambria came here in 2010 back in A Venue. I was in that show.
Right.
And we were like in front of the line, and that was a great show back. And then 2013 was their second time to come in Manila. So they were part of the lineup of the Pulp SummerSlam 13.
Right.
So I remember when As I Lay Dying was present, the crowd was crazy, man. They were like jumping and moshing around, even in the royalty. It was so crazy. And then mosh was also in the Genat. Everybody was moshing, man, when As I Lay Dying was playing. When Cannibal Corpse was playing, I was already tired. I couldn't mosh. I was just headbanging.
Yeah.
So back then, yeah.
I remember in the Cannibal Corpse, when the Cannibal Corpse was playing, everybody actually carried me on on their shoulders, like. Yeah, that was a very cool SummerSlam. This on April 27th.
Yeah.
SummerSlam.
Yeah.
And I think after coming to SummerSlam, As I Lay Dying, Tim I think got arrested after that, right?
Yeah, I remember.
That's crazy. And then we have the next 2014 Children of the Dam.
Yeah. Here.
Yeah, it's Children of the Dam. This is one of the shows that I actually regret, because they had Death Angel, Hatebreed, Black Dahlia Murder, and Creator.
Yeah.
Crossfade from Japan also, and then Bullet for My Valentine, right?
And Asking Alexandria.
Bullet, which is this one, the Bullet.
Yeah.
But after Creator and then Hatebreed, Hatebreed performance was very, very powerful performance, and then I was very tired after Hatebreed. I didn't actually stay for the Bullet and Asking Alexandria. I went home. I did all the meet and greets. I think I didn't stay for even the Bullet and Asking Alexandria, because they were the last two, I think, right? No, last band was Black Dahlia, right? But
Black Dahlia.
Yeah, that was the last meet and greet. I didn't stay for the Bullet, and now I actually regret going home because I wasn't able to see those bands anymore.
Oh man, Bullet for My Valentine is amazing performance, man.
Hmm.
But Asking Alexandria, I wasn't a fan, but I guess they're okay compared to other bands. But I like Bullet for My Valentine better than Asking Alexandria.
Right.
But the lineup, that was a good lineup because the Creator and that Angel and Hatebreed was there. So like, Creator was an amazing performance, man. If I get the chance, I want to watch Creator again if they come in Asia or if they come in Manila. But it's okay. I consider myself lucky because we were able to see Creator because they never came back. I think that was the only time. But I remember the vocalist of Creator, Bill Petrocha. He said they will be coming back next time, but it never happened. But it's okay. At least we were able to see Creator, right?
Yes, because they came back only to Singapore, I think, few years ago, but they never came to the Philippines again.
Yes.
Yeah, last performance in Asia was in Singapore. Yeah, so that is
Exactly.
2014. And then 2015, Angels Descent. Sorry, not Descent.
Yeah. Here, I have it here.
This is Angel
Here.
Descent.
There you go. Okay.
Okay, so this is the time that we was quite lucky to see so legendary bands like Cradle of Filth, Carcass, and then Chthonic from Taiwan, and then Suffocation,
Yeah.
and then
Yes.
Killswitch Engage.
Yeah.
They also had The World Alive,
Yeah.
and then Escape the Fate. So all of these bands, it was a killer lineup, huh?
Yeah, killer lineup, man. I should say it was killer lineup. Especially, I'm also a fan of Carcass.
Right.
So I remember during Carcass, I missed like half of their performance. Until now, I'm still regretting because the reason why we missed the Carcass because of the meet and greet with Suffocation. So we were lining up to meet them. So I missed the second half. If I get the chance, I want to watch Carcass again if they come to Manila. But if they don't come to Manila, I'm willing to fly because I'm really a fan of Carcass. And I know a lot of their songs, and I have their songs on my phone.
Yeah.
And they have this album called Surgical Steel. I think that was the last album that they made, and I think they are coming up with a new album. So I don't really know. So my ears are glued to that, and maybe we can go together to a Carcass show if they come to Asia. I am willing to save up for that because I'm really a fan of Carcass, Arch Enemy, those melodic death metal bands.
Yes.
So I'm really a fan of those, and I like also Cradle of Filth. Actually, I also like Killswitch Engage. So it was really like one of the best lineup in the SummerSlam history in 2015. It was memorable. It was really unforgettable.
Yeah, first time I felt that the idea that you can actually your dreams sometimes if your dreams can come true, because when I saw Danny Filth, because I remember watching the videos before of Cradle of Filth. It's so amazing, and then meeting Danny Filth and taking a picture with him, it was so amazing, right?
Yes.
Yeah, so that's Angel Descent, and then I also like the band. That's where I discovered Chthonic, Dennis Yo, right?
Oh yeah, man! Amazing band, man. Chthonic, man.
Remember, everyone wanted to take a picture with Doris Yain.
Exactly.
Especially like Mark. And Mark, I remember Mark, and everyone was always wanted to have a selfie with Doris Ye.
Yeah, man. Doris Ye is an amazing bass player, man.
Yeah. And then we have next one, 2016, Come Out and Play.
Yeah.
Yeah, when I look at this ID, I feel like it's like a carnival feeling, right? It's like a carnival of clowns, something.
Yes.
Yeah. So this 2016, was that is when Lacuna Coil.
Oh
Lacuna
yeah,
Coil was the headliner, right? Lacuna Coil and Belfogo.
yeah,
But
yes, yes.
they still had a very good lineup. They had Whitechapel, Veil of Maya, I Killed the Prom Queen.
No, Whitechapel wasn't there. Whitechapel wasn't there.
Ah,
Whitechapel was in 2017.
yeah,
It was
2017.
Veil of Maya. I was there. Protest the Hero,
Yeah,
and I remember the band of what's his name? That band. We are Harlot.
We Are Harlot,
Yeah,
yes. And then Act of Defiance also, right?
Act of Defiance. Yes, 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 yes.
Yeah,
So
Act of Defiance that year, or it was 2016? I think it's 2016.
yeah. It was 2016. Act of Defiance. You're right.
Yeah, yeah, We Are Harlot. This is I actually was able to get a sign from Lacuna Coil
Oh, nice.
This is I don't remember what was this band. And then
Which
We Are
one?
Harlot. This is the same guy from Asking Alexandria, right?
Yeah, I forgot his name. It's like I really forgot the name. Danny Warsnap.
Oh,
Yeah, Danny Warsnap.
Danny. Danny was Danny.
I gotta tell you, We Are Harlot's performance was amazing. So they reminded me of Guns N' Roses because they were like a hard rock group or something.
Yes.
And I wanted to download their songs, but I wasn't able to. Maybe that's the next I will download later, the We Are Harlot songs. I like We Are Harlot better than Asking Alexandria. I think Danny Warsnap was better when he was with We Are Harlot. I mean, the We Are Harlot was like a cleaner music compared to Asking Alexandria. So I like We Are Harlot. I guess I can consider myself as a fan.
Yes.
So
Yeah, because they had a guitarist also from Sebastian Bach. The
yeah,
guitarist is also part of that lineup that time. And then we come to 2017, Redemption.
yeah, Redemption.
I think one of our favorite SummerSlams because of Megadeth.
Oh man, I gotta tell you, 2017 is my most favorite SummerSlam. Why? Because it was Megadeth. I mean, like
Yeah.
Megadeth is my second favorite album of all time. But you already know what's my first, right? So my second is Megadeth. I have like all albums complete from Killing Is My Business until Dystopia. So
Okay.
I've completed my Megadeth studio album collection.
Right.
And I remember back in 2012 that was the first time that Megadeth came in the World Trade Center, and we were the lucky 13 who met the band, Megadeth. And I
Yeah.
remember I was the first one in line. I had the number one, and I'm sure you've seen my photo with them, right?
Yes. Yes.
So that was really memorable. You know what happened? I like my mom, right? So I showed it to my mom. She was like, I said that was the best picture that was the best meet and greet that I have. So I showed it to my mom. She was amazed. So she sent it to a friend. So it was really good. And anyway, 2017 was their second time to come here.
Yeah.
And I remember that I missed the Dragon Force performance because we were lining up for the meet and greet for Megadeth. And I remember
Yeah.
and I remember it was very strict, man. It took a long time. But we were still the lucky ones because it's really hard to meet Megadeth. You like have to be like back in 2012 we were the lucky 13. So because in 2017 it was like it was a group photo with 10, if I can remember.
Yeah, because I was actually the first in line. I was the first in line meet and greet. I think then you and Mark, Effie, and all of us were in the same first photo, right?
Yes.
Yeah, Adrian and all of us. And then we missed Dragon Force performance. But in that 2017, they had Dragon Force, Whitechapel, Crossfaith came back, and then Icy Stars, and then Gods of Eden. Shout out to Ian and Ian
Hey,
and
Ian
Sean and
Nixon, what's
Danny.
up, man? Shout out to you, man.
Yeah, Sean and then Danny. Those guys, we met those guys in that SummerSlam. I remember the meet and greets were so relaxed, except for Megadeth. All the other bands, the meet and greets were so relaxed at that show.
Yes.
We just
Yes.
we just approached all the bands, took selfies, and it was really really damn. The Whitechapel performance was really good also. Huh?
Oh yeah, man.
Yes, so
Yeah.
that is 2017 Redemption. Now we go to the next one, 2018, of Good and Evil.
Yeah, I gotta tell you, like the 2018 was also a killer lineup too. There
Yeah.
we had Cradle of Filth and we had At the Gates, and then the main, I think the headliner was Behemoth.
Yes,
And I am missing another. That Angel was also there, right?
yes, Death
That
Angel.
was also, that was. Yeah, go ahead, man. Go ahead.
Yeah, so Death Angel, that's their what, fourth time in the Philippines, right?
Uh, yeah, fourth time. You're right.
Yeah, and then they had Crown the Empire, they had Attila, Crystal Lake,
Yes.
Secrets, and then Ginger from Ukraine, the Ginger Tatiana.
Oh man,
Shout out to
Ginger was
Tatiana.
amazing, man. I remember Tatiana, man.
Yeah, all the guys remember Tatiana, and I think
Oh,
also they had the three Taiwanese bands, right? Tyrant. I don't remember the other names. So there were three bands, three
yeah.
Taiwanese bands. Also, Nerve Cell came back with a full lineup with their latest album. Um,
Yeah.
I
Shout
remember.
out to Barney. Shout out to
Yeah,
Barney.
yeah, Barney. Yeah, hi Barney. And then we actually, I remember I left after the Sky Church. I think last band to perform was Sky Church, right?
You're talking about 2018?
Yes.
Oh yeah, yeah. I think so. I don't. It was, my memory was a blur.
Yeah, 2018, because I remember I went out of the gate of Amaranto. It was already like 5 in the morning. Yeah, and then
Oh man, I gotta tell you, Behemoth's performance was amazing, man. You know, the theatrics and all,
yes,
like their antics and everything. It was the performance, the presentation was really good, man.
yes, really good. I think I remember Angelo posted that video of that performance. The what is that song, Gabriel? And I think
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
yeah, I think it went wide. It went viral during his video, actually, what he posted. And then the last one, 2019,
Oh
uh,
yeah.
the Second Coming. Do you remember
Oh
that, how I think you and me, we were part of the Pulps? Remember they at the Sing Senam show, they approach us, and then they reveal that it will be SummerSlam, right?
yes, yes,
It
yes.
will be Slayer coming on the SummerSlam. So, and then
Exactly.
we have to keep that secret for some time, right?
Yes, yes, yes.
I was so like, people are asking, what is the band? What is the band? I cannot say, so I have to, like, keep it secret.
Actually, for me, that's the second best SummerSlam because Slayer is like my third favorite band of all time.
Yes.
Although I don't have their studio albums complete, I'm really, I consider myself as a big fan of Slayer. So I remember this was their second time in Manila. So
Yeah.
the first time was in the it was in the Kia Theater before, but now it's New Frontier Theater. So in 2019, so I mean 2017. So
17.
it was their second February 2019. Man, I gotta tell you, the Slayer performance was really amazing with all the fire and all that. And then the thrash metal. It was really good. We were lucky to meet Slayer, man.
Yeah,
I mean, it was really hard to meet them. We were lucky to meet them, and I remember we had a good picture with them. It was really, kind of relaxed and laid back compared to the Megadeth meet and greet. I mean, I think the Slayer meet and greet was better than the Megadeth meet and greet. So I couldn't complain. I consider myself lucky also.
I
But
think,
like we were the lucky ones.
yeah, and then we had the lucky thing is we had the pulp photographers, right? Like Joriel was the Megadeth, and then Joel was the Slayer. So
Yeah.
both of them, we got actually very nice photos.
Yeah, it was a good photo, man.
Yeah. So
Actually, I like.
this was the Slayer, right? Slayer SummerSlam 19. So they
Yes,
had,
yes.
remember, they also had Die Artist Murder, Her Name in Blood, Emuer,
Yeah.
and Sick.
Mm-hmm.
And then the local bands were Sin, Lost Threads, and Remnants. That was the local bands. I think it was a
Yes.
very powerful lineup. Like Die Hard was very good. Sick was
Oh yeah.
Emu was also, so even though it's a Slayer show, the lineup was very versatile because they had hardcore, they had deathcore, they had metalcore, they had all these different types of bands in that lineup, right?
Yeah.
This is the first time you saw Die Artist Murder, right?
Yes, yes. I remember we were talking about it on the messenger, and I was asking you about Die Art, and I bet I remember that was the first time you saw Die Art in Singapore. I think that was January. I don't remember what year. I think last year.
Yes, January 2019. 2018
I
or
don't remember if it
2019?
was 2018 or 2019.
I think it's 2018. They performed in Singapore. Yes.
Yeah, and I remember I told you I couldn't attend, so you just mosh for me. So we are lucky because I really wanted to see Die Artist Murder. When I heard that they were coming here, I was really excited. So I'm glad that they're part of the roster of 2019 SummerSlam. They were part of the lineup. Man, their performance was really amazing, and I love Die Artist Murder, and I downloaded most of their songs on my phone on Apple Music, and they're really one of the best bands that I've seen. And
Yeah.
I think they're an Australian band, right?
Yes. And then remember, because that SummerSlam, what we did most, because we had friends came from Singapore, right? Man, and then we had Afiq,
Yeah.
Henry came, also Henry and some friends, and all of us actually, we all stayed in that hotel near the Amaranto Stadium where the band stayed. So I think we were able to meet most of the bands in the hotel, right? We hang out.
Except Slayer.
Yes, but because actually because we got the photos, such a good experience at the SummerSlam. So on the day after, I didn't bother anymore like trying to meet Slayer because I already met. I took a picture, so I thought I'll just enjoy the hotel with my family because I was actually staying with my family. So just
Oh yeah, I remember.
just spend the remaining time at the hotel, relax, and then just go home. So I didn't bother really to wait for Slayer anymore because we got what we wanted, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I remember before we went to the B Hotel, we were having like a dinner in Pizza Hut, right? It was like a gathering.
Oh yes.
The night before.
Night before.
Yeah, that was actually we started that. Actually, that was good because like we are in a group, and then we were just discussing about I like the energy level was there and the excitement was there for the next day.
Yeah.
So it was also good.
Yeah.
By the way, shout out to the Metal Royalties PH, and there are a lot of people in that group. I think Peter and JB, Rain, and John. And sorry if I'm not able to mention the rest because there are a lot of people in that group.
Yeah, Raymond, Mark, Carlito, Mike, who else? Meg, Bear. So we have so many. Adrian. I don't know. I can't remember the rest because we have
Adrian Boyster.
Yeah, I think we have about 60 people in this group now.
I think 34, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, we have I think 34 in the group chat, but in the Facebook group we have about 60. We just invited Marco yesterday to join because Marco was at the SummerSlam.
Marco Rebueno de Leon, right?
Marco, yeah, the guy we had the video chat yesterday. On the SummerSlam. Yeah, so now that there's no SummerSlam, I know that after this COVID thing, things will get normal, and then eventually shows will start. So what do you hope, bro? What do you hope will happen? What do you want to happen?
Actually, there's just one thing in my mind. I gotta tell you that Iron Maiden was, that hit me. That hit me so hard that the Iron Maiden was not here yesterday. So I was like kind of hurt too, and I was upset. So I'm just hoping that I will catch Iron Maiden in the first half of 2020. I know they'll be coming in Asia in first half of 2022 because they already mentioned it. And I think a lot of people already know. So I'm looking forward to that. Although it's still 2 years from now, I can still wait. As long as we got to see them even once, it's good. Because I heard that their theatrics are good and the presentation is good. And then they had this mascot called Eddie, right? So I'm looking forward to that. And I'm also looking forward, maybe Metallica will come in 2022. So my targets in 2022 is Iron Maiden and Metallica. Let's see which comes first. And I think on next year, I think Slipknot will be coming on May 2021. So that my most awaited band to watch right now is Slipknot is my number one priority. And then my second would be Iron Maiden. Metallica, because Metallica I already saw them before. But I've never seen Slipknot and Iron Maiden. So those are the four bands that I'm looking forward to right now: Slipknot, Iron Maiden, and Metallica. Because Metallica is my most favorite band. So I am not tired of seeing them. So I just want to meet them. But let's see what happens. I'm actually interested in the Dream No More experience. If I had an extra 100K, I am sure I'm gonna go for it. But let's see what the situation is,
Yeah. So I was, what I was feeling that because the PSS 20 was cancelled, then we didn't really get closure because we were expecting to have the 20th year, right? So
yes.
But I don't know. It's life because these things happen. You don't really get what you want. But
exactly.
I think that because we are metalheads, so I think we can we survive. We go to shows. We survive long queues. We can wait for 5 hours, 6 hours, sometimes 10 hours in line just to be in front.
Exactly.
We can survive any hard mosh pits and stuff. So I think, with considering all that, because we are metalheads, I think we can survive this situation for a few more months. And then once things get to normal, I think everybody should consider supporting the shows, the local shows, the concerts that happen. People who take risks to put up shows, go and support the shows, because the venue, so that we can then things will happen, right? Then the bands that we like will come back.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, I really want to shout out to Vernon and Pulp Live, putting up SummerSlam.
Hey, Vernon, what's up, Vernon? Shout out to Vernon Go, man.
Yeah, so putting up SummerSlam for all this time, despite everybody sometimes complaining on Facebook, bashing it, but still you push through with that. You always deliver, and beyond expectation. I think that's why SummerSlam is always our favorite festival out of everything. And
I feel you, bro.
Yeah, I feel that I wish that Pulp will be able to come up with something else later on, maybe next year or 2022 with another festival. Or of course, we are waiting for you to bring Iron Maiden again. So yeah, thanks Vernon, thanks Pulp.
Yeah, thank you, Vernon. Thank you, Pulp.
Yeah, bro. So, thank you for joining this. I thought of doing this because, in memory of the SummerSlam experience that we had. So, thank you for joining, bro.
Thank you, man. Yeah, take care.
Yeah, see you. Take care.
Stay at home. Stay safe.
Yeah. Stay metal.
Bye. Stay metal.
Bye.
Yeah.
We're just getting started, motherfucker!
Yeah!
We're just getting started, motherfucker!
Yeah!
I find this keep it up! Yeah.